Was poppin'. Welcome, Nicky and Moose. I'm Nicky. That's Moose. What's up, Moose?
What up, y'all?
And this is the 100th episode.
Milestone.
Man. And listen, we heard you. I had to call in a favor, had to remind this man about like a few times, but it is here. You've seen him. We've spoke about him 17 million different times. His work with Beyoncé. He's like best friends with Dave Chappelle. He just gets flown out by Pharrell. Moose, who are we talking about? Moose, who are we talking about? Who are we talking about?
The one and only really needs no introduction. This probably be the first time that I've even said this on a podcast.
Nah.
Y'all know who
introduce
it is,
him.
man.
Introduce him. I don't want to give him yet. I don't want to give him yet. Talk a little bit, real quick.
Man, listen. This guy. I mean, if I had to choose a word to describe what this person represents and stands for, is authenticity. I mean, through and through, doesn't matter who's around, who's looking, what's happening. This brother has just always been true to himself. Man, and I'm just excited to have him on this episode. We talking about the one and only man, Tobe Nwigwe.
Listen, let's just get into this intro. Let's get into the intro.
2 kids from Queens, cut from a different cloth. Now joining forces, helping you to elevate your personal brand. Yeah, I'm talking about Nicky and Moose, bringing you a never-before-seen perspective into the mindset, the mentality, the behaviors, the driving force, but more importantly, the stories behind the people and brands that you know and love the most.
And you know, before we start, this is powered by ECAMM Live, the number one, all-in-one live streaming platform where all you see of this Nicky and Moose podcast is done by ECAMM Live. Video, audio, transitions, lower thirds, the whole nine. You could get your free 14-day trial with www.nickyandmoose.com/ECAMM. And they'll give it to you for free. But let's get into this episode. No further. Let me just show you who we have. Let me show you.
Come on.
What's up, Tobe?
Man.
Oh, everything. Literally everything.
I see you. You look calm. You look calm. For those people who are not watching, he is chilling on the couch. I don't know if he's jet lagged. He just came back. You know, how are you feeling?
Oh, let me tell you something. I'm feeling halfway phenomenal, halfway sick. You know, my brother, Kamaru Usman, took his first loss after about 15 to 16 victories. So I'm sick about that, but the trilogy and the comeback and the bounce back is going to be phenomenal. But I am back with my babies. So, you know what I'm saying? It's a what you call it? The good and the bad.
Yeah,
bittersweet.
The bittersweet vibes. I get it. Moose, start us off.
Man. Well, just for starters, bro. For the few who don't know you by now, which is crazy to even imagine that there should be anybody out there who doesn't know you.
The 2 people.
Give us just it should be one really, but give us a quick rundown, man, on the story and who is the man Tobe Nwigwe.
Yeah. How I start that story off. You know what I'm saying? I'm the firstborn generation. How you say it, Fat?
First generation born.
Yeah, first generation born Nigerian from the southwest side of Houston, Texas, A-Leaf to be exact. I grew up with an extreme love for football. That ain't work out. I hurt my foot in college. I ain't hit the league. Had to figure out who I was outside of Tobe, the football player. Started a nonprofit organization centered on making purpose popular. Got up enough gall to hit up the number one motivational speaker in the world at the time, Eric Thomas. He responded, and I just heard some noise. He responded, came to my event, saw what I was doing in the high schools, got connected and said, "Hey, you should." Got connected with ENC. They said, "Hey, you should come with us and use your talents to do music." I said, "I don't know how to do no music." They encouraged me. You got the gift. You should do it. So I just applied everything that I learned in football to music, and you know what I'm saying. The rest is history.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Now, for those who don't know, Tobe's independent. It's all ownership. We've covered it multiple times. But instead of talking about the good that we've always, we gotta ask. We just gotta ask. Is there a downfall to being independent? Now that you're getting more mainstream, like
Yeah.
is there a con, a bad thing with being independent, or is it as good as everybody says it is?
Yeah, I say the only con that I can think of is conversations with people only when you want to have them. Con, I ain't got nothing else for con. I was about to say con.
I was like, let me see how long he goes with this.
You know what I'm saying? If I was trying to be creative mind, I would have had like at least three words for con that was just like positive. But you know what I'm saying? I ain't got that right now. But I don't think there's any cons for me personally. Yeah, I don't think there's any cons for anybody that has the vision, knows what they want to do, and like is disciplined and it's not like not willing to put forth the work that it takes to actually build a brand and do a thing.
But is there certain doors that are closed just because you're independent, or is it like at this point where you are, it's like, nah, all doors are open?
Yeah, and I feel like it's sliding doors right now. I don't feel like no doors are closed. I feel like in the sliding doors that when I just step to where I'm supposed to be, the doors just literally slide open like at Target.
Okay, sliding doors with that.
Target vibes. I love it. I love it. Man, one of the things, man, that I've noticed about you, which actually I absolutely love, is just how you simplify everything. Now, it's crazy because, you know, from what I've heard and what I've seen, you have extremely high standards for how it's got to look, but you simplify everything. Talk about the beginning of the journey when you were still trying to dabble around actually making this a profitable business, because, yeah, it was something that was creative, but you were trying to make this a profitable business nonetheless. How did you figure that part out? Was it let me just try, and if I mess it up, we'll fix it? Or what was the balance to figuring those pieces out?
Yeah, I feel like for me, I think I was trying to figure it out at first, which is why my the first things that I did visually and musically, I feel personally like they was trash, but I'm not offended by them being trash. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, at the time I thought they was phenomenal, next level life altering things. But as I look back, it's like, oh, I'm not tripping that it was trash because I had to start somewhere, and from there I was able to fine tune exactly what it is that I want to do visually, musically, really all of the above. But it happened like during the process, and I low key had to learn how to fix a plane while flying it.
Sheesh. You want to double back, Moose?
No, that's it. That's it. I'm keeping these simple today. Toby is, you know what I'm saying? He's just right there with it.
Listen, okay, so I'm gonna hit my favorite topic, which is social media. So, some people may have remembered the super up close phone videos. They may not have seen the lavish what we see now with the freeze frames with the cash and everything like
still
that.
Coming down.
Right. Mommy chilling all frozen. No, we're not talking about those days. We talking about iPhone all up in the nostrils to what we are now, right? Yeah. Talk about that social media journey, because when I tell you, it's been so dope to see, but I don't think everybody's been paying attention the way I do. So break it down to the people, because I know there are other music artists that are just like, okay, how did this Negro do this? How did he blow up? Like, he said something about a challenge, so I got to do a challenge? What are we talking about?
Yeah, I think for me, it's just another case of really just starting with what you have. And at that time, I didn't have much, and I was surrounded by people who don't make excuses for not doing what they said they was gonna do. So whatever it is that you say you're gonna do, you need to figure out how to do that with what you have. And if you're depending on too many people to do what it is that you said you was gonna do, that probably ain't what you need to be doing. And I had to figure that out the hard way and make adjustments. But when I was able to make adjustments and start just using what it is that I had, which at that time was, you know what I'm saying, not even the newest iPhone. I was backdated a couple years, but it was what I had. But as I was consistent with what I had, then people started just seeing what I was doing and wanted to reach out and help people with cameras, people with all kind of different things.
Okay, let me double back because I pay attention. Can we talk about these rollouts lately? Because because we'll get like a couple like 3 seconds one, boom, then we'll see you, then we'll see Fat, and it's like day by day a little bit more, and then a little bit more to put them to a different platform. Please talk about this rollout. I don't know if other people have. Isaiah, when you edit this, please show what I'm talking about. But can you talk about these rollouts lately with how social media is?
For us, it's just, you know what I'm saying, just paying attention, kind of like what y'all do, to how people receive stuff and what's the most efficient and effective way and creative way to get the stuff that we're doing out to the masses. And I feel like we do that, you know what I'm saying, in a way that's unique and special for us and just very effective for us.
That's facts. I'm with that. I'm with that.
Yeah, I want to go in a slightly different direction, man, and talk about your creative process because, you know, I use the word, of course, I said with you, authenticity. But for me, I look at it as more like audacity. Like you put it all out there. Like, yo, I'm going to let you know who I am. But what I find so compelling about your music is that there really is a phenomenal storytelling that goes into it, right? Even at some of your concerts, the way you set the songs up, there's a very intentional story that goes into it. What's that creative process? But also talk about, were you always just, yo, this is Tobe, I'm gonna tell you all about it? Or was there some courage that came along to say, no, I'm gonna tell you how I started, where I came from. I'm gonna lean into the Nigerian heritage and really just put it out there.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I realized like how to maneuver in society at a young age, how to be effective with people at a young age. But it wasn't until like right around like my sophomore, junior year of high school that I really became comfortable with who I was and my extreme uniqueness, and having two full cultures in me, genuinely and authentically. Like at the crib, I say this all the time. I had a complete Nigerian experience at the crib, and then when I was at the schoolhouse or just in the streets, I had a complete Black experience. You know what I'm saying? The majority of my friends growing up were just Black Americans, regular Black, as I like to say. They ain't have no like ties to home.
Yeah.
And home, I mean like Africa, Nigeria to be for me. So it wasn't until like my junior, senior year of high school that I realized, okay, my name means something. Tobe Nwigwe, that means something. And that's a special thing. I would ask my homeboy Dre, like, Dre, what your name is? You know, my mama's name, you know what I'm saying? My daddy, they just put them together. I was just like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? And no knock to my dog Dre. I was just like, oh, okay, cool. But I really started having like, oh, okay, cool. Like being proud of who I was rather than like trying to explain to my homeboys that, hey, this okra soup that you see at my house for fufu, no, that's really gumbo, bro. It's really like the same thing y'all be eating, bro. But my mom, you know what I'm saying, but we ain't African like that, trying to stray away from the African booty scratcher jokes. But once I realized exactly once I realized who I was, confident in it, and was able to move a completely different way. So by the grace of God, I was able to know who I was before I started doing any type of entertainment or music or anything like that. So it was different for me. So yeah, when I first started, I did at that time think it was tight, but you know what I'm saying? Well, I did suck at first, even though I thought it was tight. It was trash, but I had to. But I always knew that I was gonna be myself and say my story and what I wanted to say exactly the way I wanted to say it. It's just at that first started, I didn't have fine-tuned like rap skills, and rap was a whole kind of animal. Music is a whole different kind of animal. So I had to fine tune my like music skills and rap skills, but I already knew who I was by the grace of God. So I just had to fine tune the actual craft. And as I was able to do that, I was able to more effectively say exactly what it is that I wanted to say in a way that was more effective and efficient and creative. That's good.
That's so good. Oh, I thought you would keep going. I thought you were gonna keep going. Listen. Let's go into the branding real quick. You branded your whole family. It's not just you. It's Fat and it's the babies. They not and they were branded before they were born. You feel me? Like they already had storylines. They had documentaries. I'm like, what is happening? Please talk about the ups and downs about branding, because that's not common, especially not in hip hop. You're not branding the whole family. Like the whole family isn't in the videos. They're not on tours. They're not on the songs. They're not anything. What made you think about that?
Oh yeah, and I'd be remiss if I didn't say CJ, and then he'd see the podcast and be like, "Oh, so you ain't want to tell him nothing?"
Because you know he's going to see this one. He's going to see this one.
Bruh,
Talk nice to him. Talk.
Oh man, yeah. So first and foremost, if we was at the church, first and foremost, I want to say giving honor and glory to God, and then CJ. So C is the one who first just got me hip to thinking with a branding and marketing like mindset, and like how to present stuff, how to make sure everything flows together under one umbrella. And once I was more fine-tuned with exactly how I wanted to do stuff, it was like it really became second nature once I started putting everything together, and it just became like almost like, and it's going that's next level code. I was gonna say like Steph Curry shot. You know how he be just shooting stuff and he just walk away. He shoot it, turn his back to it. It's like, bro, it's like once I got so locked in specifically to how I was doing stuff and how I wanted to like have my stuff be out there, I was like, bro, I know exactly what the vision is for what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. That when I put a shot up now, it's just like I don't even look to see if it does what it's supposed to do. I know it's gonna do exactly what it's designed to do.
That's a bar. It's a bar.
Man, that's good. That's good. Tobe, I know that a part of building a successful brand in a business is getting the right people around you, keeping the right people around you, the whole team mentality, right? And of course, one of my favorite things was going to your last show, or at least the last one you did in Houston, and seeing all the Houston stars come out. And I'm just like, yo, this is mind blowing. And not only are they coming out, but they're coming out in uniform. You know, like they almost abandoned their own style and swag and say, okay, we're really going to get behind that. Talk about what does that take? Is it a matter of, oh, no, we're going to negotiate. You're not coming on stage unless you're dressed in mint? Or what does something like that really take where people want to rally behind you and really be supportive of you and your brand?
I think for me, it just took belief. And I feel like every single person that came out and was on stage with me, like believed in the vision and not just me and my talent and stuff and what I'm doing. They believed in the vision that I have for everything that I'm doing. So I didn't have to like convince anybody like, yo, you should put on the mint too. I suggested it. Then I told them I was going to do something custom and special and specific for them. And everybody was like more than happy. Outside of Trey the Truth. Trey was like, hey, I'm gonna do this because I love you, dog, right? You know this. Like, I ain't never put on this color in my life, but for you, everybody outside of Trey, everybody else believe Trey was just because we family like that. So he fooled with me.
I was like, you got some big names in that color.
Yeah.
I promise
Yeah.
you got some
For
big
real.
names, and that I believe there's still more to come. There's still more to come. I'm just saying, but okay, let's talk about money real quick because I don't think it gets talked about the different avenues that independent artists can get paid off of, right? So you've done it a certain kind of way, and I promise you, people, we may have to document even more of Tobe. We'll talk about it later, but huh?
I said, come on, I'm with it.
Listen, the chorus may have to come out, but we're not saying anything. But talk to the people about just different ways artists can that may not be talked about so much because you know people talk about the streams and the merch, but I think you go about it in a different way that just isn't talked about enough.
Yeah, I think for sure, streams and merch is one thing. Touring is one thing. And for me, like touring in itself, it's cool. But there's a lot of other ways. Like if you know what your vision is and what your brand is, like there's a lot of different ways to make some paper outside of what it is that you do specifically. We like people just think it's streams and merch and touring for us, but we've done things like voiceovers, commercials, video games, and interviews, just talking to people about stuff, kind of hosting some stuff, just being different places that are all in alignment with the brand and what it is that we do. But you really got to hone in on what you do specifically, what you're into specifically, and then how to branch out from what your foundation is.
I'm like, he's in a video game, people.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, the stakes are higher now for sure. You know, I'm sitting here thinking like when you first started, you could actually afford to make a mistake. Right now, I feel you have to choose your opportunities very strategically. Is there a method to the madness right now when you got requests coming in? Are you saying, no, I can't do this one because it doesn't fit this criteria? Is it just what feels right? How are you picking those opportunities right now?
Yeah, 100%. It's a lot more hell no's than yeses these days, but it's just like you said, it's way more things to consider, even more than the brand. It's like, all right, now I got 3 kids, I got a wife, you know what I'm saying? And we really be rolling together, and I really like do the whole God family and everything else stuff. So it's like, do they want to do it? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's like we have our own thing that we're doing, that we built, and that we're constantly doing things for. So it's like, do I really want to come over there and do what it is that you're asking to do? Now, if it's somebody like Pharrell, hey, fat, all my kids, about to go. Yeah, we about to go see Pharrell. Round up all my kids. Beyonce said she want us to do the Ivy Park stuff. Get everybody. Yeah. If it's Transformers, I'm gonna say, hey, can my kids come? And if you say yes, I'm there. Yeah. So it's like that. So I still got my criteria and my foundation, and just by the grace of God, luckily, all of these things I don't have to compromise what it is, how it is that I want to move, or what it is that I want to do.
You said it. You brought up the name.
Come on,
Beyonce. Okay. All right. Said
Best.
Pharrell, but listen, we gotta talk about that experience. How, Sway? How did you end up working with Beyonce? How was that experience? Did you get to see it? Did you shake her hand? That I doubt a hug, but did you shake her hand?
Now we was actually working at 2 separate times during the actual shoot, and she happened to have like a family emergency, so we ain't even get to tap in like that. But her having us out there was tapped in enough. We was like, oh, okay, we family. She had us out here. She don't just be having people on her stuff. I'm sure that her realm of decision making is way deeper and way sweeter than what we got to do for our little that we make. So her having us out there and her considering us and her having my whole family be a part of it was special in itself. But I'm sure somebody on her team probably showed her like not 5-5, but the Eat video that we did I think a year or two ago where Fat was like, we about to be on a first name basis with Beyonce, and we just talking, just rapping. And then, lo and behold, they hit us up and it was like, "Yo, we got a campaign that we doing. We think your family would be perfect for." So that's a beautiful thing. That's how that really happened and worked out.
But was it like the 5th person down of Beyonce? Like how close was that? Yo, Tobe, like, Beyonce's been checking you out. Like, I need you to be in this campaign. Was it like the 10th person, the 5th person, number 2? What we talking about?
No. This is Beyonce's right-hand person, probably left hand, you know. But B loves y'all. She loves what y'all are doing. She's like, oh man. I was like, oh man. Fat B say she love us. Love to have y'all be a part of it. Blah blah blah. It was that type of situation. She got a lot of love for what it is that we doing. She loved how we do it. She loved having the babies there. Like, she's still like very creatively over what it is that goes on with her stuff. So every time we put on a different outfit or something like that, they were taking pictures, sending it to B, like, yo, B, let us know. Like, she like, oh yeah, Beyonce loves it. Oh yeah. I was like, oh, okay, I was like, yeah, it was very special, very, 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 very special moment for the entire.
Man, that's what's up. I'm not gonna lie. If that was me, I would have definitely been thinking about, okay, well, is Jay gonna be in the spot too? Like, am I gonna get to link with Jay? You know? So that's what's up. That's what's up, man. Listen, this will be my final question. I think about when I first seen you. I think it was like at one of E's events in Philly. You know, you was just kicking it in the back by yourself, or well, I'm sure we're Fat at the time, but just low key. Now, you'll be at the conferences. You got security around. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a totally different ball game. So to see the evolution, man, I definitely want to be the first to say, and I'm sure both Nicky and Nicky feels the same way too. But it's just been super incredible to see the journey continue to happen. I got just one final question. I'm sure Nick's will close it out, but what's next, man? Like where do we go from here? What's the next move?
Jay-Z, call him.
Come on.
So we got music that we working on. We got a Netflix show coming out, and how many days? What's today?
I think it's 4 days, right?
27.
Yeah, I'm tapped in with that.
Come on the 26th. I think that's going to be one of the most phenomenal shows that's ever been on Netflix. It's extremely well-rounded, just multicultural. It's just an extremely funny. And I think Mo, my brother Mo Ammer, is a absolute genius. We got Transformers coming out next year. We got more music dropping next year. We got more collaborations. And we got fashion stuff. It's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Love it.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Listen, this is my last question, because I want to know, from the phone to having a whole team, I mean, dancers, production company, people serving you food. It is what it is. You getting Gucci glasses now. I'm just saying.
Come on.
Talk about the life of a visionary leader, because I don't think people talk about that enough, especially on your end, right? You are the visionary, and so that moves a little bit different you know exactly what it's supposed to be, how it's supposed to roll, and if it's not happening. How is that running a team though?
It's very different from when I played football. Because when I played football, it's like you could be hard with everybody, pause, and people had to like get in line. So I could be like, I hit them with the rah rah, hey man, da 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 da, and people had to fall in line. But when you got a team that's trying to follow your vision and you're dealing with different personalities and stuff like that, you have to really adjust for different type of personalities to accomplish whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. Because once you get to a certain like level, for lack of better terms, it's like, yo, all right, cool. I don't have the bandwidth or the wherewithal to do this like all by myself. Like, yeah, when it's just me making clothes for me, I could do that. Me making clothes for Fat. But when I got to design the clothes for 100 extras, it's like, all right, come on. Now I need a little help. All right, this is what I want to do, but I can't spend all my time going to all the fabric stores by myself. I need Marcus to go to the fabric store for me. I need you to get the fabric from me. I need you to take it to my to the people that's gonna sew the stuff for me. I need you to make sure that it is the way that it needs to be, because why? I still have to write the raps. I still have to help produce the song. I still have to help with the choreo, but I can't do all the choreo. Carm, I'm gonna need you to go get with the angels. You know exactly what the style is now that we do. I need you to, all right, this is kind of what I want. This is kind of what I'm thinking. All right, I need you to come up with something like around that area. And if it ain't real sweet, like in all the areas, I could like, all right, boom, 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 boom. I could help with that. All right, now Justin, this is what I'm gonna need with the video stuff. I'm gonna need we need lighting now. We can't just put out videos in any way, shape, or form now. Now I need lighting. I need to get a lighting crew. We're not just doing it with the little 4K camera that you got no more. We need to take the production to the next level, because why? We can do that, and we got a vision for the next level. We're gonna do it at the highest level. So as we can do it at the highest level, we're gonna do it at the highest level. So let's get the people who can run the equipment. Now I don't need you to shoot every video like you was doing before. I don't need you actually holding the camera like you was doing before. Now I need you to like be telling the production team exactly what it is that I need them to do, so that they can do it with their hands, and that you could be my eyes in a different way for production. You know what I'm saying? But that's the type of stuff that happens as you evolve, as you grow. But I forgot what the question was. I ain't gonna lie to you.
No, you did. But what's cool about what you said is that the core people that were with you, they grew with you. So as much as you needed to be off hands, now they're stepping up. Carmen's stepped up, and now the production team is a whole different vibe now. So it seems as you grow, the core people grow too.
100%. Everybody has grown immensely around Jeff, who came in from the bank and didn't really understand how this industry fully worked, is now making deals with top tier companies and just maneuvering with all different type of executives and stuff like that, because he understands through years of coming in and like learning and like being in the fire. Now he has experience and he can talk to people on a certain level now that he couldn't talk to them before when he didn't really know that stuff.
Right. Oh, that's so fire. That's so. Listen, people, we're not gonna hold him.
Thank you.
He's thank you. He got to spend family time. Listen, Tobe, we love you. Tell Fat we love her. Thank you to Fat, because you allowed this time as well. You know what I mean? Normally we let Moose do final words, but Tobe, for the 100th episode, can you do the final words?
Oh, I'm not mad. Yeah, my final words are die empty. Don't leave no potential on the table. Get every single thing that you can get out this life. Get out of it and leave everything out that you're supposed to leave out in this life. Don't die with nothing on you. You can't take nothing. I don't want you to take nothing with you. Die completely empty. Give the world everything that you were supposed to give the world.